This week, we'll be looking at 3 works by Asian-American women writers: Sexy by Jhumpa Lahiri, The Woman Warrior by Maxine Hong Kingston, and 2 Tickets by Amy Tan. In Sexy, Jhumpa Lahiri explores the nature of relationships, the pressure for women to have a man to define her, and, of course, what it means to be sexy. Like much of her work, this story is specifically about the experiences of an Indian-American character. Of Indian descent, Lahiri was born in London and moved to the U.S. as an infant. Grown up in Rhode Island, Lahiri felt ambivalent about her heritage. Her mother wanted her to know her Bengali background, so the family made frequent trips to India, but at school she felt like an outsider. She adopted the name Jhumpa as a nickname in school, as her given name was deemed too hard to pronounce by her teachers. Lahiri once said, "I always felt so embarrassed by my name. You feel like you're causing someone pain just by being who you are." Lahiri's experiences, and those of her family, would later become the basis for the fiction that earned her acclaim and a professorship at Princeton. Like Lahiri, Maxine Hong Kingston's work focuses on the experience of immigrants in the U.S. Kingston herself is a first-generation American of Chinese descent. The text that we're reading this week, No Name Woman, is an excerpt from a collection of stories called The Woman Warrior. This book explores the way that cultural stories and narratives affect our identity as the narrator relates the moments in her own life, stories of her family, and traditional stories like that of Fa Mulan. For Kingston, her characters are not just shaped by their own lived experiences, but also by the way their heritage is discussed and presented to them. Her protagonist in this collection lives in 2 worlds: the America that she is actively navigating as a young woman, and the China of her parents' memories and stories. Amy Tan, another such writer, is the daughter of Chinese immigrants. She was born in 1952 in California. After graduating college, she worked as a reporter, editor, and technical writer before turning to fiction. Best known for her novel, The Joy Luck Club, from which we'll be reading an excerpt, Tan explores the layered and complex relationships between women and between Chinese and American cultures. As she explains in her essay, Mother Tongue, Tan seeks to capture the varied voices of her life, her own Americanized English, her mother's broken English, and the Chinese spoken by her ancestors. As you complete the readings for this week, consider what role gender might play in the texts. Should these be read as women's writing, even feminist writings, or are they simply texts that are written by women? As always, you have a discussion board post and a journal entry for this week. You should also be working on your first essay. Remember, the genre of this essay is a literary analysis. If you've never written this type of paper, review the instructions in your module carefully and be sure to ask questions when you have them. Happy reading and writing this week.